Hi everyone! Before I start the video, I would just like to apologize for being so late with this upload. The summer has ended and my work has started again, which means I have to schedule and plan some 50 piano students, which of course takes quite a bit of time. So these videos might not come as frequently as they did before, but I hope you can have understanding with that. Ever since I started making these videos, I've gotten complaints about how unfair I am to Wim Wenders and why I can't just let him enjoy music the way he enjoys it. There is also another, YouTube pianist called Bernard Rushdie, I hope I pronounce it sort of okay, who is also brought up in these discussions. He is also experimenting with whole beat, so naturally these two get compared quite a lot. And I get asked why I don't criticize Bernard, but do criticize Wim Wenders. And this is what this video is going to be about a little bit. Because there is a huge difference in experimenting a little bit with tempo and sees where it takes you, and claiming that your theory is completely correct. Some time ago, Wim uploaded a video about Mozart's Don Giovanni.
Basically, the story was about Tomacek, born in 1774, traveled to Prague in 1791, where he heard the Don Giovanni Mozart opera played basically by the same orchestra as Mozart conducted the opera, its own opera, in 1787 with. So, in 1839, so a long time after that, a gentleman named Mr. Fink, who was an editor and an author for the Allgemeine Musikalische Zeitung, he wrote a very strong opinion piece. He asked Tomacek to give him, for publication, the speed indications, the metronome numbers, as he remembered the Prague Orchestra in 1791 perform Don Giovanni. What is surprising, however, is if we dive into those metronome numbers, they are really, really fast. Only if we would assume that people of those generations in the 19th century were in a genetic way different than our body system and muscular system, it's impossible to reach those speeds. Nobody can sing in 14, 15 syllables per second. There has been a lot of reactions on the videos I've been making on this single beat, double beat interpretation, and I can understand that because it's emotion. If you're a musician, if you're a listener, that music, and certainly Don Giovanni and music of that level, is we are emotionally attached not only to the music but also to the performance, to the sound, to the speeds also. And it's not enough to slow down. It brings a whole new culture of playing with that. It takes you months, if not years, to adapt to that. It's a really new way of playing. So
in this video, it's shown that it's no longer about experimenting or trying out new ideas, but about pushing a certain agenda. And that's where my problem is. Because here Wim works sort of backwards from the results he wants to have. Then it becomes a little bit that he wants to prove double beat, and then there is this text that shows very, very fast metronome marks. And as I've brought up in other videos, if you want to prove a certain theory, you first sort of have to find the holes in the claim you're making. Because does this text actually prove anything, given that the concert took place about 50 years earlier? If you think yes, because Tomacek was a composer, so he should know what he was talking about, then, good, that's a fair assumption, but we kind of have to keep digging. Mozart himself went to Prague and conducted Don Giovanni only a few years earlier, so the orchestra should be pretty much the same. And from this orchestra we can find paybills from performances of Don Giovanni. According to this paybill, the concert started at 7 in the evening and finished at 9:30, so 2.5 hours. Then there is also an announcement from a newspaper in Prague saying that the curtains would rise at 7 and fall at 9:30, so again 2.5 hours. Then there is a third source from Leipzig, also a paybill, saying that it should take 2.5 hours. So now we can put this against each other. We have three sources claiming that it should take 2.5 hours, and we have one person's a little bit questionable claims based on a memory from a concert 50 years earlier. And then you decide what to believe. Is it possible that Tomacic was wrong in his claims, given that the concert was 50 years earlier, and that we have 3 quite strong evidence saying that it should take 2.5 hours? Or do you still believe that Don Giovanni is performed in double beat? And this is why I make videos on Wim Winters and not about Bernard Rushdie. Bernard seems to be doing this simply for the love he has for the music and just a wish to share it, whereas Wim almost desperately wants this theory to be true. Because if you want to try things, then go for it. Try half tempo or double tempo for that matter. And we also have evidence from Mozart, from letters, saying that he, for example, really enjoyed using the pedal. And when asked how he could keep the tempo so well, he said that the left hand functioned as a sort of metronome, while the right hand played somewhat freely around it, meaning that the hands didn't go together. So if you want to try that too, then go for that as well. But don't get this obsession that it has to be right, because, why does it matter? Why do you have to be right in things? Why can't the music speak for itself? And why can't your love for the music be enough? Because if Wim was about that, just love for music in a different way, I would again support him. I would think it was very interesting what he was doing, even if I wouldn't necessarily agree with the outcome. And with those words, I finish this video, and thank you for watching, and I hope you have a great day.